Right then, let's go again. Another one in the garage, and in this video we're going to talk about tinted visors. So, well, I'll start by taking the helmet off so you can actually hear me properly. Let's get this off. Ugh. So yes, you can legally use a tinted visor here in the UK. You have to meet certain conditions to do so. So the tinted visor itself needs to let at least 50% of visible light through it. So no more than 50% tint, basically. That's one of the first requirements. It also needs to be British Standard BS certified, and then a series of numbers. I don't know what those numbers are. Or European Standard regulations. Again, I don't know what those numbers are. I think it's something to do with the 2205, 2206 standards. As long as the helmet has a BS kite mark or something on it, then you should be fine. It's a BSI kite mark or something like that. So yeah, like I say, no more than 50% tint, and look for a kite mark on it, or E mark. They're the important factors. You also need to make sure that it's labelled. It will be labelled if it's road legal. Daytime use only. On it will bear like a little sun symbol on the side of it, which will indicate again that it's for daytime use only. These certifications, when looking for these visors, meet the safety standards of optical clarity and impact protection and impact resistance in the event of an accident. So it's really important that the visor has that on it. If it has all that, you're good to rock and roll. It's illegal to use a tinted visor if it transmits less than 50% of the visible light. So at that point, it is illegal to use that on public roads at any time of day. Okay, so this includes anything with a dark smoke or mirrored or iridium tint, anything like that. They'll all lack the proper certification. Some visors are typically intended for track use and private roads, so that sort of tint and mirrored finish and sort of stuff shouldn't really be used on the roads. So the dangers of riding with a tinted visor, without sounding like your dad, riding with a dark visor at night or in poor visible conditions is particularly hazardous because it'll actually reduce, as common sense would dictate, it reduce your visibility. It can lead to like legal consequences as well, including fines, charges under the Road Traffic Act. So the police can pull you over for it and they can enforce it. It's a bit difficult for them to enforce it, but you know, if they pull you over for one thing, let's say you're running a small number plate, if they pull you over for that, there's a strong possibility they're going to get their tint mate out and they're going to check and measure the light transmission from your helmet and do you for that as well, because you know what they're like. If they're going to do you for one thing, they're going to try and throw the book at you for all of it. So yeah, it's advisable that really, if you are riding around with a tinted visor, the best way to avoid any issues is to try and carry a clear visor with you in your backpack or something like that, or keep it with you if you've got somewhere to put it. Try and keep a clear visor with you. It's a bit of a pain in the backside, but if you have got a clear visor, either just ride with that and accept it's not as cool, or, as I just mentioned, keep one in your bag so you can switch it out in the event of the old bill giving you a tug. Now, I'm not saying don't get a tinted visor. I mean, I've got one on my old Bell helmet, loved it, ran with that for many, many years, but I did always have my clear one with me in my backpack. And there are a load of different options out there depending on the brand of helmet you use. So like, I know Shui, they've got their own tinted visors, AGV, Bell obviously do, Array, all these brands, they've all got their own tinted visors, which are completely road legal and do meet the legal requirements. So yeah, obviously try and buy original, try to avoid that cheap stuff you find on Temu and AliExpress and stuff, because then you'll stay on the right side of the law. The alternative to that, if you wanted to get something not have to carry two around, is something like what I've got on my new helmet, the ProTint. So ProTint is, I forget the word for it, monochromatic. Does that just mean black and white? That might be the wrong word. I'll put it on the screen when I've learned what it is. But yeah, it tints itself, so it stays clear. In this kind of lighting, let me show you. In this lighting, it is clear. It needs a wash, it's covered in bug spatter. It's clear, so you can see my hand through it, but then when the sunlight hits it, that does tint and go completely black. Cuts out all that sun glare. So when you're out riding on a sunny day, you get a tinted visor, but when it goes raining, overcast, dark, the weather starts going darker, it then clears up. So it's actually one visor for everything, which is absolutely fantastic. I love that visor. So that's an option as well if your helmet can take a ProTint. Anyway, that was a short video on the legalities behind having a tinted visor on your helmet. So yeah, in summary, make sure it's got the BSI kite mark, make sure you're buying original from the manufacturer designed for your helmet. So like say buying from Bell, from Shui, from Arai, any of those brands, that sort of stuff. Try to avoid the cheap stuff off of Temu, AliExpress, Amazon. because you're asking for bother, especially if you're running a bike that's got a loud exhaust and a smaller number plate, that sort of stuff. You're just asking for another reason for the police officer to check your helmet with his tint, mate, and give you more bother. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe, follow along. Say hello to my dog. He'd appreciate the likes and follows as well. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Come on, dog. Let's get inside.